Imagine trying to find someone or something in this vast area of Southern California. How did witchcraft play a part in all this? There is just so much to cover, so much to look at. That is what the search teams are facing currently while trying to look for a missing person named Maya. She has been missing and thought to be in this area since January 2021. Let's explore how and why this search even started. Many have given up hope, but a lot still look for Maya. She loved this area and loved the outdoors. So why did witchcraft come into play here? Join us today for the heartbreaking story of Maya Millete and the toll it's playing on her and the kids she left behind. Maya Millete was a 39-year-old mother of 3 who lived in Chula Vista, California. Maya was born on May 1, 1981. Hence her parents named her May. She was born in the southern province of Ilocos Sur, Philippines. She is the 5th child amongst 6 children of Pablito and Naomi. Though she was born with humble beginnings, Maya academically excelled throughout elementary school, graduating top 5 in her class at 12 years old. After patiently waiting many years, she and her family immigrated to Honolulu, Hawaii, in March 1995. Maya began attending Radford High School, where she participated in many school clubs such as dance and theater and various academic organizations. At 17, she worked at McDonald's by Pearl Harbor, where she then met Larry Millete. She graduated high school with honors while the two began dating. They got married on May 21st at the age of 19. She attended the University of Hawaii in Manoa, while Larry went for his Navy training in Virginia. They eventually moved to Southern California to start their life together, but Maya chose not to have kids until she was certain she'd be able to provide for them. She continued her education at the University of California, San Diego, where she majored and graduated with honors in international studies. Maya works as a civilian contract specialist in Naval Base San Diego at 32nd Street Naval Station and dedicated most of her life working as a civilian government employee. She was a successful businesswoman, a devoted wife, and a loving mother to her 3 kids. Maya worked as a supervisor contract specialist at this naval station in San Diego. Larry and Maya met as teenagers. They first dated and fell in love in high school, and when they were just 18 years old, they married in 1999. It took a while, but they finally started raising a family with 2 girls and a little boy. They were living in a beautiful home in Chula Vista, California. But despite her busy schedule, juggling work and family, Maya took up many hobbies involving nature and being outside. She loves hiking, dirt biking, traveling, and camping with her family. Maya is also musically talented, having taught herself how to play guitar and piano. She even created a YouTube channel filled with videos of her singing covers and original songs. Maya has always been a giving and charitable person. She always has a big heart, especially with children. Maya won't hesitate to help anybody in need. She educates her children about giving and helping others. When Maya visited the Philippines with her children, they filled up backpacks with school supplies and goodies for the children in the rural community. Maya and her children enjoyed doing this, and she planned to do this every time she visits the Philippines. But after more than 20 years together, they began to have marital trouble. In late 2020, their relationship deteriorated, and Larry allegedly became increasingly controlling and paranoid as he discovered Maya was having an affair. By December 2020, Maya had resolved to divorce Larry and was taking steps to formalize the separation. A friend of Maya's alleged that Larry had physically abused her and that she feared for the safety of their children. Another friend had offered a condo safe house to her because of fears for her safety. On the day of Thursday, January 7, 2021, Maya filled out the papers and finalized the divorce papers to be served on Larry. Later that day, Maya was last seen in the couple's home in Chula Vista at around 5 p.m. Her disappearance occurred 2 days before the family was set to travel on a planned trip to Big Bear for her daughter's birthday. Maya's phone stopped getting calls, texts, getting service data on the evening of January 7th. Her phone has never been found. On January 7, 2021, Maya's life took a dramatic turn when she went missing from her home. The following day, Larry was observed on video backing their black Lexus GX 460 into a position where the rear of the vehicle could not be seen on camera. Larry claimed that he drove the Lexus to Solana Beach with one of their children that day. Maya's relatives came to check on her on January 8th, but were told by Larry that she had remained locked in a room by herself since the previous day. When they returned the following morning and insisted Larry open the door, they found the room empty with no sign of her. Maya's sister, Chris, then filed a missing persons report with the Chula Vista Police Department. On January 9th, Larry spoke to a neighbor saying that he took the Lexus to Anza Borrego Desert State Park and asked the neighbor to clean and detail the vehicle. Maya is presumed to be dead. On the day of her disappearance, Maya had an argument with her husband over an affair she had been having. The argument was intense, and Maya even threatened to leave him.
There was a dramatic testimony today in the hearing to determine if Larry Millete will go to trial to face a murder charge in the disappearance of his wife. An investigator confirmed Maya Millete had an affair before she vanished 2 years ago. NBC7's Alexis Rivas is downtown. Alexis, this is not the first time a potential affair has come up in this hearing, but today is different.
It really is. And it's hard not to notice that Maya's family members, who have been here for every second of this hearing, including this morning, stepped out of the courtroom before any testimony about Maya's extramarital affair.
Did he confirm for you that he had a romantic relationship with Maya Millete?
He confirmed it, yes.
The DA investigator Matthew Grindley testified that he uncovered Maya Millete's secret Instagram account. He said Maya used that account to talk with her boyfriend nearly every day from September of 2020 for about 4 months, up to the day she vanished, January 7th, 2021. That man, Jamie, was also married and his wife was pregnant. Despite that, investigator Grindley says Maya and Jamie sent each other emotional and sexual messages almost every day, and that even though they communicated regularly, they had gone their separate ways before she disappeared. This is huge because up until now, an affair came up in court only as an allegation from Larry. This is the first time law enforcement has confirmed this affair was real. Jamie has never been named a person of interest in Maya's disappearance, but so much of today's testimony is focused on where police didn't focus, something retired San Diego Superior Court Judge Fred Link says can seriously backfire for a prosecution.
None of the messages indicated that Jamie and Maya wanted to run away together. Many of the messages that were shared show that Jamie repeatedly asked Maya to be careful, worrying about her safety. The following days, when there was no word from Maya, her sister and her sister's husband went over to Maya's house. When they walked into house, it was in such a mess, which I've never seen their house messy, her sister said. It was cold inside since it was January, and he had the AC running, which was odd this time since it was in the high 40s outside. Larry told them that she was out hiking and was not there. They thought that something was not right, and they reported her missing to the police at that time. Maya had now been missing for 3 days now, and her family gathered at her home to celebrate her daughter's birthday, hoping and looking at the door, hoping she'll walk in on her daughter's birthday, but she never did come back. A security camera recorded Larry backing their Lexus into the garage at 5:58 a.m. the next morning. You can't see what's going on, but you can see it going in the garage. Larry then leaves the house at 6:45 a.m. and doesn't return home for almost 11.5 hours later. As seen on this home video, the Lexus leaves, then returns a lot later. It is not known now where he went or for what reason, but seems like to dump the body.
Mary, Chris, and Richard turned to local media and organized the first search for Maya on the hiking trails behind her house.
We were desperate for answers. We wanted action. We wanted to do something. Staying at home, sitting down wasn't going to bring us answers.
Bring her home.
On January 26th, they served a search warrant, and the police take the navigation system, the GPS, from Larry's Lexus. Larry's behavior had grown alarming before his wife went missing. He would do subliminal messages for her to be that perfect spouse, and it was everywhere she walked. It got to the point that Larry was always wanting to control Maya. There was a time he would call her saying, "Why it takes you this long to get from your car to your office? Who you were talking to?" Larry's grip on Maya tightened. He's now tracking her spending habits, He's gotten into all of her social media accounts. She doesn't have any privacy, and he suspected that she was straying. Larry accused her of having affairs with several men at work. He wrote emails to her boss at work, thinking that if he tells the boss that she's having an affair with somebody at work, that she will get fired. He asked her family for help to get her back onto the Christian religious way and starts forcing her to go to church. These are texts that Larry sent to Maya's family, and he's quoting the Bible. It says, "For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave." In his own words, he said that he was getting desperate, and he felt that the devil was tempting him. Larry goes to witchcraft. There are people on the internet that'll sell you, for $5, how to make a spell that will get her to be attracted to you, to bind your marriage and blood. That's what he tried to do. He does a little witchcraft blood altar. That is the picture that he took of the altar, an old photo of them with blood thrown on it. Larry contacted numerous spellcasters and even wrote a review for one, and he writes of this spellcaster, "She is kind, professional, and courteous. My casting has not yet manifested, but I'm really hoping and counting on it." By December of 2020, Maya and Larry were sleeping in separate rooms. Maya found speakers in her room and confronted Larry. He admitted he had been playing subliminal messages while she slept. What was that message that was coming out of those speakers under the bed? It was, "No more men on New Year's weekend." Maya messaged a friend and said her marriage was definitely over. On January 7th, the last day she was heard from, Maya filled out this form and made an appointment with a divorce attorney. She told him that she was going to file for divorce. He snapped. He found out that he was finally losing her. What had happened in the house that night? After a neighbor reached out with some information, they say, "Oh yeah, we heard gunshots." Yet not only did they say that, but they've got the audio. A home surveillance system from the neighbor captured these loud bangs around 10 p.m. that night. They also believes they are gunshots. It's coming from Larry and Maya's house. Remember, they had tracked down that other home security footage that police agreed captured audio of their kids playing in the backyard at 10:30 p.m. It seems like he had to send the kids out of the house at 10:30 on a school night while he cleaned up the house and moved the body. Later, the FBI could not definitively say that the sounds were made from a gun. About 4 months later, the police came again to the house. In May of 2021, the police served Larry with a gun violence restraining order. Among the reasons, investigators had found this image on Larry's phone. Another photo, which had been redacted, featured the couple's 4-year-old son, surrounded by weapons. Authorities retrieved more firearms from the house. In the summer of 2021, investigators named Larry as a person of interest in his wife's case.
Today at 11:42 a.m., the Chula Vista Police Department SWAT team arrested Larry Millete for the murder of his wife.
With Maya's alleged killer behind bars, her family knew that their work was not done. They were more determined than ever to find her. Larry has been in county jail in San Diego, awaiting his trial for over 2 years now. He states that he has spent over $200,000 in fees to defend himself, since the law states that you can only get a public defender if you cannot afford one. One has been offered to him now. He has terminated his current lawyer and has gotten another law firm to represent him at trial. His trial date was to start in August 2024, but now it's pushed out to January 2025. We will follow this case and bring you details on it as it happens. The custody of their 3 kids was transferred from the grandparents to Maya's sister as of August 2024. This ordeal has to be extremely tough on them as well. Since the police are not really releasing any info on the case, we will have to wait and see what comes out at the trial. Some things like, on the morning of January 7th, did the Lexus cross the U.S.-Mexico border? There are cameras they're always running. It would be so hard to ask, but did anyone ask the youngest son where they went that morning? Or was he dropped off at someone's place? And what did he see or know? So many unanswered questions that we hope the police have already obtained the answers to. I would love to hear your comments below. Until next time, please be safe out there and help yourself and others also. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.